Hi guys, welcome guys. How una day? What's going on? Hi guys, welcome to my live guys. Can you guys hear me? Let me do a quick sound check to make sure that you guys can hear me. So let's catch up on some things. Hello. So let's catch up on. Okay. Yeah, you guys can hear me. Hope you guys are doing okay. As you are coming in, guys, please hit the like button. As you just come, just be hitting the like button. Okay? Like. Hi, Jokes Babe. Hi, Jokes Babe. Hi, everyone. Coming, guys. And as you're coming in, just be hitting the like button. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, so I wanted to touch on the haircut situation. I wanted to touch on this haircut situation that is basically blowing up, you know. And if I'm being honest, I almost didn't want to touch on it. And I have my reasons. I almost did not want to touch on this haircut situation. And the main reason why I didn't want to touch on this haircut situation was because of Korra. And what do I mean by that? So, yesterday or the day before, after people saw that Athena had been given a haircut, or I don't know if Peggy broadcasted it live or if it was something that he did as a pre-recorded video. I didn't check. I didn't pay attention. But after people saw that he had given Athena a haircut. So and when Korra went live and people brought it to Korra's attention and said, this man has given your daughter a haircut to, and people were just a haircut. And the response that Korra gave during that live, the response, and so she basically asked people to like confirm if it is true that Peggy gave Athena a haircut, or what was that all about? Okay. So, and then people, I don't know if they went and checked or whatever, but then people started saying, oh, it's just a trim, it's just a trim. That was what people were telling her in the comments. Oh, it's just a trim, it's just a trim. Mind you, Korra herself had not seen it too. Okay. And if you've been in this social media street for as long as we have been in the social media street, you would have known, and you're paying attention, you will know that there are instigators. There are people who are actively, saying things or minimizing situation or embellishing or blowing things out of proportion, depending on whose side they are on, number one, and depending on whatever their thirst is that day for drama. So, so Cora was asking in the comment section if they have seen it. Is it a haircut? You know, and then some people came and were telling her it's not a haircut, it's just a trim. It's not a haircut, it was just a trim. And then Cora then turned to the people who brought that to her attention in the first place, the people who told her about what Peggy had done. And she was like, oh, you people want, like, she started scolding them, telling them that they want Saga, they just want her to Saga, they want her to bring this and that out and da 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 da. And then she immediately, without actually seeing, no, now whether the story is true that they really gave the girl a haircut, or whether it was a trim, she had not seen it. Just based off of what people were telling her from both sides of the argument, okay, she started scolding the people who brought it to her attention. that Peggy had given Athena a haircut, started scolding them and say, "You people just want drama. You people just." I'm paraphrasing, obviously. I actually have the video. I don't really care to play it, but she was scolding the people who were bringing it to her attention without actually looking at the video to see. But then fast forward to yesterday when she got the children back, she was crying, Korra. Meaning she was crying about the damage that they did to Athena's hair. Meaning it really was bad. She would not have liked it. Meaning the person who told her at the beginning during the live, the first person who said they gave her a haircut was not wrong, and it was not a malicious intent. You know how you will know somebody? You will know somebody maybe due to you watching them a lot. You will know what they will find acceptable and know what they will find unacceptable. You know what I mean? So the people who were telling her that they've given Athena a haircut to bringing it to her attention, I honestly believe that they meant it they didn't have any malicious intent. They just wanted her to know. It wasn't because they're trying to start drama or saga. They were just giving her a heads up and letting her know that, look at what this man has done. Oh. That was all they were doing. But Korra proceeded to chastise them and to like scold them and question whether they want saga. They always want her to do drama or this, that, and the other. To me, it was when it was her response, I was just like, okay. Because me, I saw the haircut. It was not good. For Korra to even be like, it's not because somebody told her. She had not, mind you again, she had not seen it. Somebody just told her in the comment that no, it's not a haircut. The person could have been a Brokey supporter, just wanting to pacify her, or because they always minimize everything. Even in the comments, as bad as that haircut is, when you go to Brokey's comments, you still see people say, "Oh, it's so good now. The baby looks so nice now. Oh my God." Because no matter what that man does, they will never see anything. They will never find fault in anything that he does. They will never find fault. Okay? And so when she started to scold the people that were bringing it to her attention, I was like, okay. Telling them that they are just hungry for drama, and telling them that they think she's just going to come and be twisting her neck and looking for drama, and this, that. She even defended and said it's very good to chop trim. A trim is good for children. A trim is good. Like, she was defending without even seeing it. But then when she eventually saw it, when she eventually saw how bad the haircut was, she was crying. She was crying because the haircut was atrocious. What they did to that girl was atrocious. I have been saying this even before it became popular in all these people's mouth. This man does not love those children. There are some things that you do. All he sees are money-making machine. Anything that will bring attention. That's all he sees. The attention is drying out. Nobody cares anymore. Nobody is paying attention anymore. He's now thinking, okay, I have to figure out a way to get her to talk. So it's very, very, like, I know one person is going to come and say, but she's just looking out for the welfare of the child. She's just going to cooperate. She's just trying to co-parent in peace. Okay, if you say so, I hear you. But do you think swallowing things, what you see that is an ill be done to your children by somebody who does not care less, do you honestly think it helps? Because so far it has not helped anything. Because so far, Korra allowing things to be buried and ignored and turning a blind eye to certain things has not helped anything. It has not helped. It has only emboldened him. The more she ignores, the more he doubles down. The more she ignores, the more he doubles, the more he think of more awful things that he can do just to keep poking and poking and poking. I'm saying this now because I know that some people are going to come and be like, but Jade, she's just trying to mitigate. She's just trying to do this and do that. She's just trying to avoid, this and that because of co-parenting. Do you think if that man knows that he can hurt those children and he will not face any kind of consequences, do you think he will not do it? Heck, we also actually saw the video. I couldn't even, it took everything for me to ignore, to not even post about the small 3 seconds clip where like Athena the children were playing in a swing and then one of them fell on it took everything for me not to do it. But then I thought about it. I was like, their mama don't care, so why should I be disturbing myself about it? If it too pain me, I'll go remove eye because I'm a human being and I will feel pain. I'll feel pain. If this man, like, and that's an example of what I was saying just now, that if he knows that he can hurt them without going to prison, without going to jail, without facing legal consequences, and it will bring him views, he will do it. So the people that I don't know if maybe this is a coping mechanism for some of you who are always saying, well, she doesn't want to because the children are with him so and so amount of time. She doesn't want any situation where he will do something bad to them. Do you honestly think that if this man, do you think ignoring helps? How many things has she ignored? How many things has she ignored that this man has continued to do publicly, knowing that these are bad things? These will get people talking. And these are things that are actually hurting the children. How many have we seen that this woman has ignored, but he continues to do even worse? Even worse. Do you think this man, if one day he thinks about something that he can do, that he will push the boundaries, hoping that push the boundary but knowing when to stop so that it does not like severely affect the children, like hurt the children, that and not because he cares, he doesn't care about them, he only cares about not getting put in jail, under the jail, on account of hurting his children. But do you honestly think that if this man knew that he can do something that will severely hurt the children, but not enough to get him in trouble, do you think he wouldn't do it? And God forbid he miscalculates and it actually ends up hurting the children. So this is my question to the people that will say, but she's just trying to be, she's trying to like, no, because she's thinking about the kids. That's the reason why she's letting a lot of things go. Like you're seeing somebody that is mentally unstable, somebody that is unwell, somebody that is certifiable. You are seeing him do things, push the boundary every chance. Do you think, that's what I'm asking again, do you think if this man believed that he can do something and get away with it, do you think he will not take that chance? Do you think he will not do it? Especially if any one of you watch the video of that child running into another child in a swing. That's all I have to say about that. The only reason why I'm even reacting to this is because of Tay. Tay need to, like, I know that Tay is one of those girls, white men crazy, low self-esteem, thinking that, she has landed a white man or whatever. But you really must be careful. But then again, Tay strikes me as the kind of woman that will put up with a lot of the things that all the other women like her will put up with. So yeah. But I saw this and I wanted to react to this because Tete know damn well that if this had been her child whose hair was cut the way this man cut that child's hair, Tete knows damn well that she will not tolerate it. And to the losers that are saying, why don't you let the hair will grow back, the hair will grow back, like Tete, that said the hair will grow back. Really? A real professional knows that you don't just chop it all at once, especially if the child cares about long hair. An attentive parent, that's the first thing that an attentive parent will know, that their child likes their hair long. And so even if there is damage done, you don't have to chop it all at once. You can be doing it instrumentally, you can be doing it gradually. It doesn't have to happen at once. But only somebody who is really looking to trigger the mother of his child, who clearly doesn't care, only a man who doesn't care about his child and is looking to trigger the mother of his child will do what this man has done. Okay? Only a man that doesn't care will do that. Because if you care about your children, if their well-being, if their state of mind, because hair is very important. Okay? If you care about them like you claim, you will know not to do what you're doing. Okay? So that's just what I wanted to add before I even go on and react to a portion of Tay-Tay's video. I'm not gonna react to every single thing. I just want to give my 2 cents, about this whole haircut business. That's one thing that Korra needs to learn, to stop throwing her supporters under the bus. There, I said it. I might get crucified for this. The small video that I did the other day, they were cussing me out, telling me that me, Jade, that I spoke the way that I did because go better for some of una, honestly. Go better for some of una. Because the way that some of you reason is just, it's sick. It's like a cult mentality. It's like a cult. It's like you're in a cult. Not everybody is like you, eh? Not everyone is like you. I'm not in a cult, so please get that into your head. I'm not in a cult. So, yeah. Let me go ahead and play this. The entire time, so Tay came live and she was discussing all kinds of things. People have been reaching me via inbox, this, that, and the other. Anybody wants to ask anything, any question. So she was really trying to get people to ask her something regarding this Hairgate situation, right? And nobody would even bring it up. And then she started talking about hair, how she shampoo her hair, just to instigate, just to get people to talk about something. Like Tasia is really, really inserting herself in something that she does not really understand. Go and ask Fritoto. Please go and ask Fritoto. Go and ask Fritoto how her life is doing today. with all the inserting herself and bullying Korra, putting her mouth in something that didn't concern her. Go and ask her if her social media career took off. And this is after allegedly purchasing a page that has 1.7 million followers. Her social media still did not take off. So you think all of this licking your Oyinbo nyash is going to bring you guys closer together? It will not. It will not bring you guys closer together. You're making a complete fool of yourself. Like, you are embarrassing yourself. The only people who cannot see how desperate you are, Tete, are people that are licking, or people that are in a competition with you. You don't know, in your mind, you don't know that you're in a competition with this world, that this people are in a competition with you. But they are. They are competing with you. They are competing about who's going to say the nicest thing, who's going to win this non-entity's heart eventually. Those are the only people that agree with such nasty behavior. So coming out to defend when this is not your child, when you know that you will not be happy if a teacher cuts your hair, and teachers are supposed to make decisions when a parent is not there. That's why you sign all those waivers when you enroll your child in a school. If something happens, can they give your child medication? If something happened, can they cut the child's hair? If it is a matter of life and death, those are all those waivers that you sign. But you know deep down in your heart that if anybody touch your son's hair, you're not going to like it. Your son has very long hair. But here you are. Defending the indefensible. Because you think the more you defending him is going to bring you closer to him. He doesn't want you. You are nothing but a tool that he can use at will. That's all you are. She got angry that people were calling her a nanny. You are a nanny. You are a nanny. That's how people see you. People that are on the outside looking in see you as nothing other than a nanny. Does it hurt? You put yourself in that situation, madam. You put yourself in that situation. You are somebody that he uses at will. So, anyways, let's do a quick short reaction to this.
The girl's hair undone. But I told myself I didn't want to do that today. I love summer, but the heat be taking me out, right? I love the springtime. Spring is my favorite, mainly because it's my birthday time.
Come on, guys, hit the like button, please. Thank you.
And it's just better. Hi, Joy. How are you? It's 51 degrees in Connecticut. Oh, that's so nice. Yeah, that's crazy. 51 degrees is crazy. I'm just address this right now. First of all, I'm not the nanny. So let's get that understood. Second of all, the girl's hair.
You're not the nanny, but you sure as hell act like it. Like a man that will literally come and ask you to babysit the children while he goes on a pre-Valentine's Day date, and then on Valentine's Day takes his children to a restaurant, completely ignoring you. Yeah, the man that you're begging, you're nothing to him other than a babysitter, other than a nanny. That's all you are.
Undone. The girl's hair. Yeah, that's crazy. 51 degrees is crazy. just address this right now. First of all, I'm not the nanny. So let's get that understood. Second of all, the girl's hair undone. The girl's hair should be done by their mother. For someone that doesn't want someone to be calling, want their kids to be calling me mom, they should be doing their own daughter's hair, right? I'm nice enough to do their hair.
Like, this is just ridiculous. Again, oh my God. Like, I have a lot to say, but people will say I'm a hater. Oh, because Korra told you that you should not talk about Justin Dean again. That's why you're now talking against her. Thunder fire anybody that will even have that kind of mindset. The thunder that will fire you is in my village doing push-up. Anybody that will even harbor such a mindset, as you are even imagining that mindset, thunder will be firing you. That is because Korra said we should not. I can talk about whatever I want. I said it here. She can talk. I can talk. She can say, don't talk about him, blah, blah, blah. Does not stop me from talking. And I continue to talk. Even after she said that people should not talk, call him this and call him that. I still continued. Did it stop me? No, because I'm a grown woman. Nobody tells me what to do. Nobody brought me in when I was defending her when she was loving it. So now nobody's going to tell me to shut up. I stopped because it just became so redundant. It's just the same BS every day, every night, every day, every night. So now that I have given serious curse to anybody that will open their mouth and that their finger and say, because Korra told you not to talk about him again. See, the thunder that will buy you, the thunder that will buy you for even imagining that that's the reason why I stopped talking about it. That thunder, that thunder. So let me tell you what I was thinking about before I started invoking thunder on all those people. Whatever happens, you know that this man is a narcissist. You see what she's saying now, yeah? You see what you see what she's saying now, that first of all, their mother's supposed to do their hair. Do you know how Tasia got, do you know where she got the nerve to say this? You people will not believe me, but trust me, trust me. I went to school for this shit, so I know what I'm talking about. Do you know where she got this? Do you know what gave her the audacity to be saying, first of all, their mother is supposed to do their hair? Because when Tasia did their hair, and they came and they were and they went to their mom's place, and their mom publicly and openly showed appreciation and said, oh, it looks nice, did you tell her thank you or something to that effect? That's where she felt emboldened. That, oh, after all, you liked it when I did their hair, blah 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 blah. When you're dealing with a narcissist and their associate, you don't pay them any compliment, because this man has never paid KO any type of compliment. Whenever something happens that she did and was nice, he never pays her a compliment. So you imagine how interesting. Imagine how, like, how interesting it is when they are hearing KO thanking Tasia for doing the girl's hair, when in reality, when the case was reversed, whenever Korra does something that will greatly benefit him, he never comes out and say, oh, did you thank your mom for doing this? Did you thank your mom for doing this? He never does that. When you do something like that, especially when the person is not reciprocating, when you thank somebody like Peggy, when you know he doesn't have it in him to be gracious, to be graceful about it, right? When you thank somebody like that, you embolden them. You don't make the mistake of thanking them. You don't. because you're giving them more power and you're just giving them more weapon in their arsenal for them to come out for whatever she is to Peggy at this moment, to come out and be saying the kind of rubbish that she's saying. And now she's talking about how if you don't want them to call someone else mommy, do you need anybody? Are you sick? Like, how, God, oh, how sick are you to think it is okay for another person's child to be calling you mommy when they have their own mom? You think it's okay that that is happening, and now you are even adding that to your list of grievances. If she doesn't want people calling, if she doesn't want her children calling people mommy, and then to talk about how like she's talking down on Korra. She's literally talking down on Korra. She's literally talking down on Korra. So you don't like, so you actually encouraged it, you actually liked it when they were calling you mommy when you're not your mom. It's not as if you don't have your own kids. Your son calls you mom all the time. That's not enough. It's not enough that your son calls you mommy. You want somebody else to call somebody else child to call you mommy. Tay Tay is sick.
So, and their hair, when I do it, it's really nice. So, I mean, as far as, the girls' hair now, recently, I did see that they got haircuts, and it's, which was actually in my opinion, needed, because the hair was damaged. So kudos to Daddy for that.
Can you imagine? The hair was damaged, so kudos to daddy for that. First of all, how long did it take? It's not like, let's say the hair was damaged or whatever, like they're saying. Let's say for the sake of argument, that's the truth. How long did it take for him to notice? So he waits however long the hair has been damaged and then gets a kudos whenever he decided that he was going to go and cut their hair for content purposes. Kudos to that for that. You are sick, Tasia. You are sick. You're just as bad as the man that you are fawning over. You're just as bad as the man that you're craving for his attention. It will never take you anything more than a pegger. That's all you are, allegedly.
For getting his daughter's hair done. And that's all I'm going to say. I mean,
Kudos to dad for getting his daughter's hair done. Wow, give the man a trophy. Somebody give the man a trophy for doing his daughter's hair, because no one else, no man, no single dad that is like co-parenting has ever done this before. Somebody give the man a trophy. Oh my gosh. You are sick.
he's making efforts to try to help keep his daughter's hair healthy. Now, did they do a trim or did they do a cut? That is the question. They may have done a bigger,
And she knows that they did a bigger cut than was necessary. She knows, like, if you even see the look on her face, the way she's staring at the camera, she knows. But these are the kind of people that, yes men and yes women, they will never ever ever speak the truth. And that's what some of even chaos supporters want me to be. They will never speak the truth. Like, she knows, like, she's nodding her head when she's talking about, did they do a bigger cut? They did, but they will never ever 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 ever, they will never openly challenge him. They will never openly criticize or never openly admit when they see that he's doing something wrong. because they don't want to lose the privilege of being with this amazing, oh, this elite chiropractor doctor, not even chiropractor, doctor who can deliver babies, who can cure stage 4 liver disease. Yeah, you people are sick. You people are sick. Like she knows, even the look on her face tells you that, yeah, she knows that this guy, they went overboard. They went overboard with this. But will they ever come out and say it? No. They will never come out and admit that, yeah, he went overboard with this. Because they have to continue to be in his good graces. You know, all the whatever it is that they're gaining, which I'm still yet to understand, they want to keep gaining from it.
Trim than what they were supposed to. But I mean, keep in mind, curly hair does shrink. So if you don't go to an actual, specialist that knows how to cut, curly hair, or then they can cut it in different ways or whatever, but curly hair can just shrink. That's all I'm going to say. So they probably did cut it correctly. I don't know. I wasn't there, so I can't say. They probably did cut it correctly.
Then maybe you should beg him to let you see. Maybe you should beg him to take your call so that you can do a FaceTime, so that you can see how they cut it before putting your mouth in something that you didn't see. Okay? Because there's bending over backwards to please this man who wouldn't piss on you if you were on fire is kind of sad and pathetic. Maybe you should beg him to please take your call so that you can look at the hair, so that you can make an informed judgment on the matter. Since, oh, you don't know, you were not there, you haven't seen it. Like, I have never seen anyone be so opinionated about something that they've not even seen. Like, you've not seen it according to you. You don't know. But you have all this opinion about it because by default, you are programmed to defend. You are programmed to defend him no matter what before even having all of the facts. Their mom was literally crying. She was crying over what an awful thing they did to that child's hair. And you're here knowing that you value her. If you didn't value her, you wouldn't leave your son's hair to be as long as it is. You're here downplaying it like all the other people are downplaying it. Korra needs to learn to stop defending this man publicly, because you defend somebody today, he keeps sitting a vote. Tomorrow, he will bring it out and use it against you. She needs to stop defending this man, because that's where he and all of his associates are gaining all this power. This is why they feel emboldened that they can come out and talk anyhow. Korra has never ever mentioned this Taja's name, just like she never mentioned Free Toto's name. But these people cannot stay in their lane. They cannot know to stay in their lane. Maybe correct me if I'm wrong, I'm open to being corrected. Even when and speaking for myself, even when I got angry that this crazy lady was encouraging the children to call her mom, I don't think Korra ever said anything about it. Maybe she did, but I never heard her say she didn't like it. You know what I mean? That she didn't appreciate it. I never heard her say that. But here she is bringing it up as if to say that's a defense. You're not even ashamed to use the fact that you're encouraging these children to call you mom when they have a mom, a very capable mom out there. Nobody forced you to do the hair. Nobody. That's another thing that this loser Tate need to understand. Nobody forced you to do the hair. Now prick, slimy. It was the slimy that was sweeting you, that you decided that you wanted to go and do hair. When I was single and I was dating, I never dated a man that has kids. But if that ever happened, because that was my standard, that was not gonna happen. But if that ever happened and I dated a man that had kids, do you think I will be cutting the child's hair or braiding the child's hair or doing any of those things? For what? You're like, we're not even married. You want to do your hair, you want to do your child's hair. The best I can do, I will take the child to a salon and have him pay for the child's hair to be done. Like, you are doing the job of a wife, of a mother, when you're not even a girlfriend. He hasn't even claimed you as a girlfriend. He hasn't even claimed you. But you're here taking up the role of stepmom when the man you is literally telling you that you're not valuable enough for him to even take you seriously. That he hasn't found what he's looking for. He has a 5-year timeline. But you're here being a wife and being a stepmom to children who did not ask you to be the stepmom. What the fuck? Yeah, that's the reason why they are calling you a nanny. That's the reason why they are calling you the nanny. Because you guys are clearly not together. But somehow, every now and then, he can still call you up and say, come watch the kids, and then you run coming because you're desperado. What the hell?
And then it just was shrunk. It just shrunk, because curly hair shrinks. And Athena's hair is very much shrinkage. It's shrinkage prone, more than June hair is going to be. So, that's all I'm going to say about that. But, good job, Justin, for trying and helping your daughters achieve healthy hair.
Oh, good job, Justin, for trying and helping your daughter achieve healthy hair. Now, can you please take my call? Can I come over? Can I come over and play house with you? Can I come over and play house with you now, please? Shameless, shameless nincompoop.
And I don't really know what the back and forth is about it, I mean, I understand. But, it is what it is.
You don't know, but you sure as heck have taken sides. Like, for somebody who claims she doesn't know, but you sure have a lot to say. You sure have a lot to say.
Not my job. Not my job, baby. Not my job at all. But have a blessed day. That's all I'm going to say. Get off of my live on the BS, right? Hi, Diana. How are you? Hi, Terry. Hi, Elisa.
Somebody says, imagine if her hold on. Imagine if her son's dad cut his hair. Exactly. She never would have accepted it. She would have been losing her mind because the hair clearly means something to her. But now, because it's Korra and Korra's children, oh, now she wants to downplay it and act like, oh, it's no big deal. It's no big deal.
Anywho, I was waiting on somebody to bring that whole situation up.
Yeah, I know. I know you were waiting. That's the reason why you kept asking, what does people want to talk about? What's trending? What's the conversation? What's going on?
Hi, Crystal. Hi, guys. I know I've been receiving a lot of DMs or whatever.
Lies. I've been receiving a lot of DMs.
But, I've answered some of you guys back, and then I've not answered everybody. Sorry, guys. I just get so many DMs. But shout out to the person. I forget your name. Wait. I gotta go back in the DM. I forget your name. I'm sorry. But shout out to you for myself again when I eat chili beans. I think we'll all keep smiling.
This clown was bragging about how she has been eating chili beans for days now. Hey, God. Bragging about eating chili beans is not gonna get Peggy to call you back, because that means like you are a broke beat eating chili beans and bragging about eating chili beans. Like, that is not the flex that you think it is. Like, who brags about eating chili beans? Like, seriously. Oh my goodness. Let me play this a little bit so you guys can hear what she was saying.
Some hash browns and a smoothie. That's what's going to be my breakfast. But I wanted to walk Royal first before doing something to eat. I've been eating chili beans for the past couple of days. Actually, no.
She's been eating chili beans for the past couple. She's been eating chili beans for the past couple of days. I can't. I just can't. Oh my gosh. She's been eating chili beans for the past couple of days. She said. Which guys off her head? Which guys off her head did this one? My God. That one for my I can't. Hey, God, I'm big. Hey. Chili beans eater. God, I can't. Serious off ahead, though. Serious off ahead.
Chili beans that Friday. Then Saturday, I had the party, so I didn't eat chili beans. But Sunday, I ate chili beans. And tonight, I'm not going to do that to myself again when I eat chili beans. I think we're going to eat salmon tonight.
She's not going to do that to herself again today. I eat chili beans. Oh my God.
So I'm going to make some salmon. Maybe tonight. I'm thinking I want to make it baked, though. I've never tried baked salmon, and that might actually be a good thing for me. So we're going to see. Hi, good morning.
Dry begging. Somebody said she's dry begging for stars. Yeah, she's dry begging for stars. Yeah. And then every now and then she'll have these people come in the comments and be asking, what happened to your star buttons, Tasia? Your star button's not here, Tasia.
Good morning. Good morning. I don't know if I can ask this or not. Oh, Lordy. Hi, Taja. How are you doing? Glad to see you on live. Enjoy your walk. Keep smiling. Keep shining. Love you. Hi, Norma. Thank you so much. Hi, Mercy. Hi, Cassie. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Patrice. Hi, Roxanne. Roxanne, what's up? How you doing? Every time Roxanne comes in, I'm going to say that. Hi, Roxanne. Roxanne. Hi, Sherelle. Jolene, it's nice to see you again, too. Hopefully I say your name correctly. But yeah, it's nice to see you, too. I'm glad you can join my live. Who is that? I'm going to take the jacket off. Hi, good morning. Thank you. I like your glasses. Thank you, darling. Hi, Chemi Queen. How are you? I'm doing well. I'm blessed and highly favored. Thank you, Jesus. No, but ew. They must have had they must have like a little party or something. It smells like vinegar right there. I hate the smell of vinegar. That's one thing I hate, the smell of vinegar. Hi, Mary Jackson.
Like, this human is so boring. Like, Jesus Christ. This human is so boring. So boring. Sheesh.
Um, Hi, Crystal. Hi, guys. Hi, Mary Singh. So I'm gonna wait on you guys to ask me about a certain specific topic.
Did you hear that? So she's saying she's going to wait for them to ask her about certain specific topics. Do you see that? So she literally turned on the live, wanting to be asked about the hair court situation.
'Cause I don't like talking. What y'all doing today? What is the topic that y'all would like to discuss today? Hi, Riva Lonnie. Riva Lonnie. I know I've been receiving a lot of DMs or whatever, but I've answered some of you guys back, and then I've not answered everybody. Sorry, guys. I just get so many DMs. But shout out to the person. I forget your name. Wait, I gotta go back in the DM. Stay out of that whole situation. Because the hair was. Hi, Joy. How are you? It's 51 degrees in Connecticut. Oh, that's so nice. Yeah, that's crazy. 51 degrees is crazy. I'm just address this right now. First of all, I'm not the nanny. So let's get that understood. Second of all, the girl's hair undone. The girl's hair should be done by their mother. For someone that doesn't want someone to be calling, want their kids to be calling me mom, they should be doing their own daughter's hair, right? I'm nice enough to do their hair. So, and their hair, when I do it, it's really nice. So, I mean, as far as, the girl's hair now, recently, I did see that they got haircuts, and it's, which was actually in my opinion, needed, because the hair was damaged.
And it's very obvious from the way that she's talking that she's blaming Korra for the so-called hair that is damaged. It's so obvious that she's blaming Korra, And I honestly want people who claim to love Korra, because you guys have categorized me as somebody who doesn't love Korra. That's okay. I'm not going to argue with you, whatever. But I really do hope that those of you who claim to love Korra, I hope that you guys will tell her the truth and not just mask and not just pretend. You cannot co-parent with somebody like this. You cannot. Okay, I know it is hard. I know going to court every now and then, it sounds like a drag. Listen, when there's this thing my mom used to say to us, says, a stitch in time saves nine. Sometimes if you do what you need to do earlier on, and everybody have an understanding of their roles, of what they're supposed, of their expectation and whatever, and get it out of the way, it is actually better. You, on the long run, you will enjoy it, especially when you're co-parenting with a demon. Especially when you're co-parenting with a demon. You have to do the work from the early stage. Don't get carried away whenever he says nice things to you, or whenever he pretends to be nice because he wants something. Don't get carried away. Don't. Everything you have to do must be by the book. Everything must be by the book. Must be agreed upon. This one that he's running around doing his own thing in one corner and then leaving you to pick up the pieces, while his minions and his evil minions, they basically do damage control for him. They paint it out. They spin whatever narrative that they want to spin. Like, you literally have to spell everything out. There has to be a decision made between the two of you. If there's going to be a trimmer, how much of an inch is going to be removed, though, and nothing more. Everything. That's what happens when you marry somebody that is a demon, and you're not left to co-parent from now to 18 years until the children reach the age of majority. Okay? So you have to do everything. There is nothing like fatigue. You can't let certain things slide. It is a price you have to pay. You cannot let certain things slide. You have to make sure everything is by the book. And if he does not comply, let the court hold him in contempt. Saying things like, I don't want to send somebody's child to jail. Like, who does that help? Then whatever comes after that, then you have to deal with that. You have to deal with that. If you're saying you don't want to send somebody's child to jail for violating a standing order, then the consequences, then you bear it. Because nobody is going to see Korra. And that's the reason why I actually came out here. Nobody is going to see Korra the way she was crying. I was so heartbroken watching her cry. And one idiot, two idiots, five idiots, somebody might come here and say, is it not just hair? It will grow back. Because you don't understand. You don't understand the trauma. You don't understand the trauma of being married to a psycho. It's no, and no, it's not just hair. It's a part of the child's identity. It is part of the child's identity. I got so emotional. I was just like, I thought I was going to detach from all this, but I got so emotional just watching how she felt. Like, it was so raw. And no, it's not just her. No, don't give me that BS about how, oh, it'll grow back. You cannot, not until this person has proven himself that he's not going to be a thorn in your flesh. You do not handle people like Peggy with kid gloves. You don't. He's never going to rest because his entire identity is tied to you. If this man could make the kind of money that he wants to make on social media by doing so-called educational content, he will never, ever speak of his ex-wife or bully his ex-wife or antagonize his ex-wife. He will never do it. But he knows that from now until forever and ever, until the foreseeable future, his identity, his existence, his ability to make money on social media is tied to her. And when you're dealing with somebody like that, you don't get tired until you have, like, you've crossed your T's and dot your I's and done everything. Handling him with kid gloves and saying things like, I don't want to send someone's child to, like, you're just emboldening him. You're just making him feel like he's invisible, nothing can touch him, he's untouchable. That's how you're making him feel. Because he's just going to keep going. No matter how you try to ignore, he will only double down. He will only do the worst until he forces a reaction out of you. So yeah, if you care about that woman, eh, because we don't love, I don't love her anymore according to you people. But if you care about that woman, these are the kind of conversations. It's hard. You think I don't know that it's hard? It's hard dealing with somebody like this. I know. But you must gather all the strength. You must gather all the strength to do, because once you've done this and you have, set the record straight and everything is now on record, then you can relax. Then you can relax and enjoy and co-parenting, and parents, because then everything is now on paper, everything is now legal or whatever. But until such time, you must fight. You must go to court. Yes, you must go to court if you have to get him to do the right thing. You must go to court. Like me, what? Because I'm the kind of person that when I see things like this, it affects me. Okay, it affects me. I don't like it. I don't seek it out. I don't want it to affect me. I can turn a blind eye. But I'm on the other hand, I'm thinking people can learn. There are people that will be able to learn from this whole nonsense that this man is doing, so that they don't make the same mistake. I was watching. Um, I was watching. Oh, this girl, Nurse Glory's sister Amaka, and she was talking about how a lot of people in the, that if she really goes into some secret about her sister Glory and that her Oyinbo husband, a lot of you that are looking for Oyinbo interracial relationship, you people will be discouraged. That's what she was saying when I was watching her. We cannot just pretend as if everything is okay, with this ridiculous facade, while people, young, impressionable people, not knowing what they are getting themselves in, walk into the fire. There is no time, because this man, no matter what, she has largely stayed in her own lane. She has not done anything. She had not said anything about him. She had, just basically minded her business. Right? Is this not what people were saying? Oh, let her just ignore him. Let her not just do, because she might push him to the point where he will not go and do something to hurt the children. Is that not what people are saying? But is that not what he's still doing? Even though she's quiet, she's not saying anything. She's allowing him. She's not even mentioning his name. She's just doing her thing. But he's still looking for ways to trigger her, because he's a devil. He will find it. He will find it. So my advice, which has always been my advice since this whole situation started, okay? Because I remember one time they went and reported me to Nancy. I'm joking. They didn't report me to Nancy. I believe what happened was Nancy was asking people. This was a while ago during the thick of all the drama. Nancy was asking people, what, like, she's been away from social media. What page should she watch to catch up? And so people were throwing names at Nancy. And then a few people mentioned my name, and Nancy was like, Jade, that Jade is like a military. She's always saying, do this, do it like this, do it like that, do it like that. That's what Nancy was saying. They know me, okay? They know me. They know, say I know they sugarcoat things. Now, all these belekmons, what we call belekmons, that think they love Korra more than the people that gave Korra life. Those are the people that are here disturbing me. Nancy knows where I stand, okay? And now I'm saying it like I've always said. You cannot rest. You cannot lie down. You cannot sit down until your children are safe. Because they are not safe with that man. They are not safe. Um, Literally, you're laughing. Yeah, I laughed that day. I was like, somebody sent me the video, and the person was like, Nancy mentioned your name. I was like, oh boy, what did I do? And then so they were telling me that, and then I started to watch the video, and Nancy was saying, that, Jade, I like Jade, but Jade is like a military. She'd be like, Korra must do this, Korra must do that, Korra must fight him this way, Korra must fight him that way. I was just laughing. I was like, because if it were me, God forbid, if I was in that situation, that's what I would be doing. I will never, ever, ever tell anybody to do something that I will not do personally myself. I will never. I know Sandra Moore say, yeah, Nancy gave you honor for that. Right. I will never, ever come here and say something to you, give you an advice that I personally will never take. It will not happen. Because I know this kind of somebody like him, Peggy. Oh my gosh, men like him, you don't handle them with kids' gloves. You don't. You don't handle them with kids' gloves. Like you match their energy every single time. It's not going to be an easy job. It's not going to be an easy road. It's not going to be an easy fight. But if your children mean everything to you, it is what you have to do. If your children mean everything to you, which of course I know they do, those children are her world. But you cannot handle because everything that you have tried, being cordial, being civil with him, letting a lot of things slide, it has not done anything. It has not done anything. Laura said, that's why I like you, Jade. I keep it real, oh. I keep it real 100%, honestly. You know, this is why I always say that I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but I'm okay with that. You know, I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but that's okay as long as I like myself. That's the only thing that matters. You know what I mean? So you have to fight, fight, fight until you get to that place where everything would have been resolved and you don't have to fight anymore. Because this is not a person that you will just say, okay, he's going to learn. No. Once the money starts to dry up, he's back to the drawing board, looking over because he has no talent. He goes for the low hanging fruit, okay? Instead of actually looking for things that will revitalize his page, he will go back to the ones that brings him the most views, even though they make him look like a shitty person, okay? Even though they make him look like a nasty, filthy, but he doesn't mind as long as that's what's going to bring views. And what does that usually entail? The route, the easy, the low hanging fruits route that he takes, dragging his ex, the mother of his children. That is a sure thing for him. That is the one thing that can actually bring him the views that he needs and the money that he needs. Okay. Amma said that's why I prefer to. That's why I refer to Jade as the soothsayer. You know what I mean? Laura said the fruits on the ground. I'm telling you, the one way don't even fall safe. Not even low anymore. Is on the ground. Like the bar is on the ground for him. The bar is in the toilet for him. That's why he always goes back to those things. Because those are the short things, those are the things. Because to actually build a page, a successful page, doing what he supposedly claims he wants to do, the educational content that he claims he wants to do, to actually do that, you need a lot of time dedicated. You need a lot of research. You need to actually put in the work. It's not just turning on your camera phone and blabbing and dragging and mocking her and slut shaming. Tell me what kind of a person slut shame. I also saw the one that he did where he deleted the post that he made about Didi and Cassie, and he was saying that he understands how Cassie's husband feels. I also saw that one. He was essentially slut shaming his ex. He was slut shaming the mother of his children, basically saying that he understands, all the things that came out that Didi supposedly did to Cassie. So he was basically saying, insinuating that somebody or whoever did the same thing to Korra, and he was saying that he understood or he felt Cassie's husband, essentially slut shaming the mother of his children, because that's who he is. Because it takes way too much energy, way too much talent, intelligence to create content that are not controversial but will still give you the views and give you everything. So yeah, it's a really, really pathetic situation, honestly. It's really, really pathetic. Like, she has to fight. She has to fight. She has to fight. Because somebody like this, you see, like he did that time, he knew he was in serious trouble. That was why he agreed. That was why he came to an agreement. He knew he was in serious trouble. He didn't want to face the judge because he knew that he has done so many things that will just anger the judge and just possibly get the judge to approve the custody that she was asking for. Thank you so much, Sugar and Spice. Hi, Sugar and Spice. Sugar and Spice says she won't do anything about it. Her opportunity was in October 2024 and she made it slide. That's the second time she said she's contacting her lawyer for the 100th violation. Thank you so much for the 10 euro. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. You know what I mean? He knew that had they actually proceeded before the judge, he would have lost. And that's the reason why, if you remember, was it a day or two before they were meant to go to court? He came out with a sob story. He was live and he was moaning and groaning about how, guys, I think I'm giving up. I'm just gonna give her full custody because his lawyer had already told him that he's violating court order and he might lose custody. And so, in a bid to circumvent that, he came out and he was like, guys, I just want to let you people know I'm giving up. I'm just going to give full custody. I'm just going to do this and do that. Because he knew that if they were to ever be before a court judge, with the evidence that his ex-wife had, that he would have lost full custody, full legal and physical custody. And because he wanted to make it seem as though, because he wanted to lie to his minions and make them believe that, oh, it was his decision. He wanted to start setting the plot so that when he lost, he will come and say, oh, it was me who gave up. I didn't want to fight. It was me. I didn't want to fight. That's the reason why I gave up full custody. So he came days before, they were to go to court, crying and talking about how he's giving up. He's just gonna give her full custody. Because he knew the lawyer had already told him. The lawyer had already seen the evidence. The lawyer had already seen what he was doing. And the lawyer told him, I presume, that the lawyer told him that no, you are really in danger of losing full custody. Because we know this man does not want to pay child support. And so he got the whole situation to a place where she agreed upon something, and that was it. So they didn't have to go before a court. They just agreed on something. And now he's back to doing the same thing. And now he's back. Because that's what they do. Momentarily, when they see how serious you are, when they really, really see that, yeah, you're really taking this to court this time, they'll pretend. They'll pretend as if, okay, let's just settle this off court. I promise you, I'm going to change. I'm not going to do this and do that again. Nalayo. They're just playing on your intelligence. They want to get you to withdraw the case from the court. So that when you settle out of court, they wouldn't be beholden to a court order. It will just be you two reaching an agreement that the judge, because it's more severe, violating a court order, violating an order based on a court judge decision is way more severe than violating an order that you both agreed upon. Like, you guys were already going to see. That's the thing that I didn't understand. You guys were already going to see the court judge. Why didn't you just go all the way? You guys were already there. You were already there. Why didn't you just go all the way? Just Babe says, did he actually move 2 doors from her? People have been inboxing me with the proof that that happened. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't put it past him. My inbox has been flooded with people letting me know that he moved 2 doors down from her. He's a narcissist. I wouldn't put that past him. So you can't just say, okay, yeah, like this was at the 9th hour. I've been at the 11th hour. You were almost home free. Just go to court. Oh, somebody said she said 2 blocks away, not 2 doors down. Oh, okay. You know what I mean? Who is this posting link here? Please don't post a link here because I will block you. If you post a link on my page, I will block you. Because when you post a link, I don't know if you're a hacker. You post a link that people will click on the link, and then their information will be downloaded from their device. That's the reason why I don't allow links posted on my page. Because this is another way that people hack people's account. So, yeah. Like, you were almost home free. You were almost like the judge was going to have a conversation and the judge was going to resolve everything. And all of a sudden, you guys are reaching an agreement. And what the heck? Zuriah says, remember the same happened with Kanye when he moved literally next to Kim and the judge ordered him to sell the home because that was just absurd. Right. But somehow I feel like somehow, and Korra, and even people who maybe don't understand how the law works, they'll be like, the judge cannot do it. This is a thing that really grinds my gears, and it is not true. And I don't like this false narrative being pushed. And Korra has also said this before. Oh, the court cannot do anything, the system cannot do anything. That's not true. If that was the case, that a lot of the things that this man is doing, the system will not do anything, then people will be getting away with so many things. People be getting away with so many things if it is true that, oh, anybody can just do anything in the system, the court will not say anything. It's not true. So when I see people push it, especially those people who are also defending Korra, they'll be like, but there's so much you can do, the judge, the system. It's not true. Because remember, he himself, on the other side, he's also using the system to claim, oh, he cannot do anything, his hands are tied. The system is rigged against him as a poor white male in America. The system that was built to protect you, a white male. You want people to believe that the system is rigged against you. But that's what he does. So if you people are saying the system is not going to help Korra because there's nothing the judge can do, and he that is the instigator, he himself is saying how the system is rigged against him, blah, blah, blah. So who is the system helping then? Yeah. Thank you so much, Zuriah, for reminding me of that. Yeah, when Kanye West bought a home next to Kim, they literally made him sell that house. Because that's how bad things, the closer he lives, you know how they say out of sight is out of mind. Imagine somebody who's already not okay living next to you, monitoring your movements, seeing who's coming and going, knowing who you're dating or who you're effing, and then that jealousy mind kicks in and they start plotting and planning. It is better for somebody like this to be dealt with through the courts, through the court system. It is better when you're dealing with somebody like this, it is better to handle everything through the courts. Because when he sees that this time around, for example, any given moment, he sees how serious you are, you're going to court and you want to try and get everything done legally, they will pretend as if they've now seen the error of their ways. They will pretend as if they now want to co-parent in peace. They'll pretend. They'll pretend as if they want to co-parent in peace. They want to do this and do that. Whereas, na lie. They're just doing that to get you off their back legally. Before you know it, they're back. Zoraya said the man is sick, he will not obey the court. But we can okay, so what now what? He will not obey the court because he's sick. And there's been conversation about how Korra supporters have said, oh, she will just ignore him and then he will not obey the court. Ignoring him doesn't help. So then what? At least let him go to court. But we don't even know if he will obey the court or not because they've not really gone to court. How can you know he will not obey the court? Let her go all the way. Let her go all the way. And then go to court and have a court order and then see if he obeys or not. If he doesn't obey, then go to court again. If he doesn't obey, then go to court again. Go to court again. And then if a judge says, I'm going to hold him in contempt and send him to jail for like 1 week or however long, don't come online and say you're not going to send somebody's son to jail. Whether he will obey or he will not obey, we don't even know because she hasn't even allowed that to even happen yet. Whether he will obey or not, it is all up in the air. We don't know because it hasn't happened. Clearly, there is a reason why he halted, the court hearing, the one that had to do the hearing where they were going to sit before a judge. There was a reason why he halted that. I want to think that there is some kind of um you know fear of consequences if he fails on his part. That was why he didn't want to, because then it will really be on record. We can't just say he won't obey. Then what? For me, that's like giving up. I don't believe in just giving up. Okay, so he won't obey court order. So then we're just going to give up and just let this continue. Letting him do whatever has not helped to. That's what I think. So Laura Lee says, let them lock him up. That's what I think, honestly. All this talk about, oh, I don't want to send somebody's son to jail. Let them lock him up. Because this man that is so desperate and looking for attention, if he's going to do anything, he's going to do it anyways. But maybe if they lock him up for a week, he can actually have time to think about the consequences of his actions. Because me, I don't believe in just letting somebody, okay, fine. So there's nothing anybody can do. Let's just let him be doing whatever. But every day she's on social media crying about what he has done. Mama Jocelyn said, Jade, they will tell you so she should be spending her money on court, so she should waste her time in court, let him stay there and be the babysitter. Exactly. Like you just narrated everything to a T. The kind of response that I have received whenever I try to push for her to go to court. So many times they have told, yeah, so she doesn't. Some will even say, do you think it's easy going to court every day? Do you think it's easy? But what's currently going on now is not easy. Every day, this man is aggravating her and she's crying every day. And she's somebody that feels her feelings. She's very much like me. I've told you guys so many times. Korra and I don't know if it is a cancer thing. We really, really are alike in many ways. Like we wear our hearts on our sleeves. Like I feel things, I am so sensitive to things. Come on, if just thinking about, for example, I can't even think of one example. I don't even want to say because it would be so ridiculous. Like that can get me to be so upset. It's something that happened a few days ago. It was about my stove. It just got me in a bad mood. That's how much I feel things. So like I get her. Just go to court, let them handle it once and for all and see what happens. At least try that one and see. If that one doesn't work and then he's back to doing his own thing, and then we can actually say, well, it's not going to help. It's not going to make a difference. But at least let her try that. Let it be the state of California versus JD. Zuriah say he has to learn a lesson. The problem with Korra is that she doubles down after speaking up and starts this thingy of I want peace. It's wild to me. It's wild. This man needs to learn his lesson. Like 100%, he needs to learn because this is not okay. He needs to learn. And I know it's hard. I'm not here saying, oh, it's so easy to go to court. It's so easy to do this and do that. I will never, because that's not true. I will never say that. It is not easy. But that is part of the sacrifices you have to make. That is part of the sacrifice that you absolutely have to make. when you have the misfortune of marrying a demon, sure you get a demon that will stop at nothing. Like he will literally recruit desperado women to go after her, like this clown over here.
So kudos to daddy for that, for getting his daughter's hair done.
Can you imagine? Kudos to daddy for getting his daughter's hair done. And people in the comments have even said that he's the reason why the hair got damaged in the first place. Yeah, people say that he's the reason why the hair got damaged. But now, imagine, like, it's just like, for example, now what's happening with Donald Trump now, right? He's basically taking a wrecking ball into the world's economy, not even America. The entire world is shaking because all of the economies are tied together, okay? So he created this ridiculous tariff war, self inflicted, and now that other countries are fighting back, which is something that he did not anticipate, now he's slowly lifting or reducing the tariff or making new things. And then while doing this, he's also applauding himself, patting himself on the back. Like he's the one, he's like an arsonist, okay, who commits an arson and then puts the fire out and then applauding himself on the back. So, a man who's being said to be responsible for this damaging the children's hair, this clown over here is applauding him. Wahala. You cannot make this nonsense up. It's crazy. It's crazy work.
Yeah, that's crazy. 51 degrees is crazy. I'm just address this right now. First of all, I'm not the nanny. So let's get that understood. Second of all, the girl's hair undone. The girl's hair should be done by their mother. For someone that doesn't want someone to be calling, want their kids to be calling me mom, they should be doing their own daughter's hair, right? I'm nice enough to do their hair. So, and their hair, when I do it, it's really nice. So, I mean, as far as, the girl's hair now, recently, I did see that they got haircuts.
You're nice enough to do it. More like you're desperate enough to do it. Nobody made you do it. Nobody forced you. Okay? You're desperate for that slimy. That's why you did it.
And it's, which was actually well, in my opinion, needed. Because the hair was damaged. So kudos to daddy for that, for getting his daughter's hair done. And that's all I'm going to say. I mean, he's making efforts to try to help keep his daughter's hair healthy. Now, did they do a trim or did they do a cut? That is the question. They may have done a bigger, trim than what they were supposed to.
And she see it, but because she cannot bring herself to tell the truth, and now she's dancing around the truth, that's all I see here. You are a disgrace. Tasia, you are a disgrace.
But, I mean, keep in mind, curly hair does shrink. So if you don't go to an actual, specialist that knows how to cut, curly hair, or then they can cut it in different ways or whatever, but curly hair can just shrink. That's all I'm going to say. So they probably did cut it correctly. I don't know. I wasn't there, so I can't say. They probably did cut it correctly, and then it just was shrunk. It just shrunk, because curly hair shrinks. And Athena's hair is very much shrinkage. It's shrinkage prone, more than June hair is going to be. So
imagine getting worked up because, first of all, we don't even know because these people lie like they breathe, right? So we don't even know, like I already stated before. I personally have never seen Korra even respond to the children calling her mom, calling this psycho here mom, right? I've never seen her respond to that. But beyond that, tell me what kind of a sane person gets angry that so that somebody doesn't like her children calling her mom when you're not the mom. They have a mom who is very capable, who's very loving, who will give everything for her children, will give anything, you know. So tell me what psychotic person gets angry that, oh, well, you don't like them calling me mom. Really? That's your logic? Oh, because they don't, because she doesn't like you calling, because she doesn't like her children calling you mom, then she shouldn't complain about the haircut or what the hell? Oh, ah! Oh my God. Hey God, which can life? This is madness. So you chose this time to moan and groan about how Korra may or may not want her children calling you mommy, but she's okay with you doing their hair, something that she never asked you to. You did it because you wanted to get on whatever he is to you. You wanted to get on his good side. Nobody made you do it. Like I said at the beginning of this live, when I was dating, when I was single, I never dated anybody that had kids. And even if I did, I would never ever put my hands on that man's children's hair. For what? Like, why would I do that? The most I would do for him is to take them to like a salon and have a professional do it. It's not my job. Go and pay somebody to do it. But you're desperate. You think doing this is going to make you seem like a wife material. You think braiding his kids' hair is going to make you seem like a wife material 10,000 yards. Yeah, right. She is embarrassing. You are a disgrace.
That's all I'm gonna say about that. But good job, Justin, for trying and helping your daughters achieve healthy hair.
How nice. Somebody give the man a trophy. Good job. Good job, Justin. Good job, Justin. Good. God, I beg. Oh, may I and everybody that I know and love never be this desperate. Like, this is embarrassing. This is painful. You are a disgrace, Tasia. Mm, mm.
And I don't really know what the back and forth is about it, you know? I mean, I understand, but, you know, it is what it is.
Jenny says, how does he find all the pick me so easily? At the finding place. At the finding place, aka the dating app, the Bumbles, and the where's the other one? The what's the other one where they meet? The Tinder. That's where he finds them. Oh Lordy. Sheesh. Mm.
Not my job. Not my job, baby. Not my job at all.
But you made it your job, though. You made it your job when you decided that you were going to do their hair in the first place and then bragged about it. You made it your job. So, what are you talking about? Hi Joyce. Joyce says, and when she do braid the kids' hair, KO usually will say nice things about it. She also a pick me from the tree. And I honestly think that was a big mistake that she was making, KO, when she would say thank you to this psycho woman, for doing the hair. Because every time that KO had done things to the children that benefits Peggy, You don't see Peggy coming out on social media to say, "Oh, did you say thank you?" or whatever. He doesn't, because he's a narcissist, you know. But she always says, "Oh, do you say thank you?" Because normally that's the right thing to do. That is what you do if you don't hold grudge. You don't have anything, you know, you don't hold it, you don't have anything against Tay. But the thing is that these people are so narcissistic. Every good thing you do, no good deed goes unpunished. When you do anything for them or when you say nice thing about them, none of it goes unpunished. They will use it as a weapon against you. And that's the reason why you never should do that. Don't defend him publicly. Don't say nice things about the children whenever, like, who cares? Just say, no comment. No comment. You know, that's what you should say. Oh, thank you so much. Somebody say, Jay, just subscribe to your. Hold on.
But have a blessed day. That's all I'm going to say. Get off of my live on the BS, right? Hi, Diana. How are you? Hi, Terry. Hi, Elisa.
There's DIY.
Anywho, I was waiting on somebody to bring that whole situation up in a way because I already knew it would come up.
Because you're messy. Because you're messy, messy, messy. You're messy. That's the reason why you were waiting for somebody to bring it up. It is not your problem, okay? It is not your problem. You don't get to pick and choose when you think something concerns you, especially when you have no legal right to any of these people or any of the situation, because you're messy. That's the reason why you were waiting for people to bring it up, because you already had a prepared speech, what you were going to say, how you were going to defend the indefensible, sick, twisted white man that you're trying so hard to appease. None of this is any of your, like, there's no reason for you to even get involved. You were waiting to bring it up. You're waiting for people to bring it up because you're messy. Because you're messy. I know, right? I know. Jenny said Nanny doesn't like to be called Nanny. Making make it make sense.
But that's just none of my business, right? As I said before, none of my business.
But here you are, though. It's none of your business, yet here you are.
You know? So I stay out of that whole situation.
Firstly, not hard enough.
There are two parents that,
Secondly,
have a right
you're
to
not
do what they
staying
want to
out
do
if
with their
you're
children's
here.
hair. And both parents have a right to do what they want. So they're not my.
You see how she's defending him? Both parents have the right to do what they want with their children's hair. No, they do not. Not without consulting with the other in a 50-50 joint custody situation. No one parent have a right to make a decision without it being discussed, without the length being agreed upon. Again, these psychos who defend this man, they will lie. They will do a backflip when it comes to defending him. No, it's a very contentious divorce and a very contentious child custody situation. And there is a child custody order that both parents must consult with each other before making decisions that affect the children, including cutting their hair. Okay? Including. But you don't just go because you're looking for something that is going to bring content to you and you think, oh, let me hurt this woman. Let me really, really give her a kick in the neck in a way that she will come and cry on social media, because everything that I have been doing, I've been really, really instigating things. I've really been pushing her and everything I've been doing haven't been working, so let me do some more. Like I said, this is never going to stop until these two are before an actual judge. It's never going to stop. I'm coming to an agreement, like in the 11th hour does not help. That's just him. That's just buying him time. That's just kicking the issue to the next post.
Not my children, so that's why I'm going to stay out of it, right?
Then why are you even talking about this? If they are not your children and you're gonna stay out of it, what's the point of even doing this and 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 asking leading questions and trying to get people to ask you about the saga, about the hair saga? So what's the point? So what's the point?
Then it's not his fault. The stylist may have cut more off. When their hair gets styled, it will look so cute. Yeah, I mean, it just really depends on how you guys style the hair. I mean, you guys, the girls definitely need moisturizer in their hair. They need water, they need moisturizer. That's what it is. Curly hair, you have to put water, you have to put moisturizer in it. So once you put water and moisturizer in it, it'll be cute, curl up, whatever. But if you're not going to take care of it, then you might as well cut it off. Because honestly, that's just what's going to happen anyways. Either it's going to fall off by itself, or you're going to have to cut it off. One or the other. So,
Like she's such a pick me. She is such a pick me. Like, oh my goodness. All that ass leaking, Taja. All that ass leaking for what? For what? For him to even pick your call or respond to your text message? Hey God. The person that said they subscribed to my membership, it didn't go through. Oh. The person that said they subscribed to my membership, it didn't go through. So I didn't get anything. Violet Orishe, it didn't go through. So check it so that the system doesn't take your money when it didn't go through.
how about let's talk about taking care of children's hair and, you know, instead of talking about how short it is or whatever else. I mean, because we need healthy hair, right?
She's just looking for attention. Like, she's just looking for attention. She's just really looking for attention, but she's not the kind of person that can handle it though. But she's looking for attention. And I also feel like she probably got a text from Peggy asking her to like come out and make a video defending, you know, defending him. I also feel that
So, like, I have healthy hair, so we're just going to talk about that, all right? Is that
somebody says, I don't think he done this to hurt the mother. He just got the girl's hair cut. It will grow back. The mother never gets their hair trimmed or styled. The mother never get their hair trimmed or styled. I guess you've been in a coma, Tracer. Welcome from the coma, Tracer. Tracer Mangram. Thanks for returning from the land of the dead to the land of the living, Tracer. Because only somebody who has been in a coma, only somebody who's been in the land of the dead will say what you just said, Tracer. That the mother doesn't style their hair. I'm not even going to delve into the rubbish in your first and second paragraph, okay? It will grow back. He just got the girl's hair cut, blah, blah, blah. Because it's what you people say when you're trying to defend. If the case had been reversed and this had been KO who did this and the girls didn't like it, you people know that you people will lose in, like, you'll be busting an artery on account of, like, your veins will be popping out from all of the outrage that you guys will be having on account of that particular situation. But to say that their mom never trimmed their hair, mm, mm, thanks for coming back from the land of the dead. Welcome to the land of the living. Welcome to the land of the living, Teresa. I don't want to ask you how it is in the land of the dead. Mm? But I'm happy that you're back with the living, Teresa. Because only a dead person, only a comatose person will say what you just said. Okay? Okay? Only a comatose person will say that their mother never get their hair trimmed or styled. Why? Because she must do everything before social media. And even then, that's a lie. There literally are videos of their moms styling their hair. But thanks for coming back. I'm happy for you to be back in the land of the living, Teresa. Now you can go back to being dead now. Mm? Because this can't be a comment from somebody who's alive. This can only be a comment from somebody who has been dead for some time and only just woke up from a coma. That's all I say.
Go to the alarm and question her as to why the girl's hair is so unhealthy in the first place. You are correct. Athena and June hair is different in texture, and I'm sure it's longer than it appears now that all the day.
This one is just like, don't go and break your back, oh. Hey. Don't go, Tay. Don't go break your back, oh, with all the reaching and the bending over backwards to defend him. Don't go break your back, oh, because if you break your back, he cannot help you. He will not be able to help you. Hell, it will make your situation even worse. According to him, he was fired from the Chinese team because he was making the athlete's situation worse. Don't go breaking your back from all the reaching that you're doing, no, because if you break your back on account of you defending him the way you're defending him, if you break your back, he cannot save you. He can't help you. He doesn't know how to help anybody. He only knows how to make things worse. It will only make your back worse. Okay? Because all this reaching, oh, curly hair, this, it'll grow back that. If you break your back from all the reaching that you're doing, it cannot help you. You're going to have to see an actual chiropractor. Okay? An actual real one that knows what they're doing, not one that will make your situation worse. Because all this reaching that you're doing, I'm wondering how your back is going to take a beating.
Damaged hair is trimmed off. Yeah, exactly, Cotton. And Dedan, I mean, you're irrelevant. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and go back and forth.
But here you are, though. Nobody even, before you start calling somebody irrelevant, before you start saying that, just remember that nobody asked you to come on this live and speak on this matter. Nobody asked you, okay, to come and speak on this matter. You, Tay, decided that you were going to put your mouth in something that you say does not concern you. And now you're saying that somebody is irrelevant because you don't like what they're saying about you. In a situation where nobody forced you to come and talk about this. That's the thing. They never ever, they can never ever, they don't have the skin, they don't have like they cannot take what they start. Mhm.
Because, like I said before, I know where I stand, and I mean, you guys are just speculating, and you guys are just like in my lives trying to get things from me so that you're not going to get. So just stop. Just stop. And no, I'm not frustrated at all. Not frustrated. Not whatsoever, honestly. I'm having a great day, so I'm not frustrated.
Oh, thank you so much. I missed some hold on. Thank you, Ernestine William Crossland for the stars. Thank you, Born Divine for the stars. Thank you so much, Mary Walker. Thank you, Carol Charles Adam. Thank you guys so much for the stars. I wasn't paying attention and I missed it.
Some just don't like the messenger, so they ignore the message.
Mhm.
Mm. And exactly, just take care of it with the proper products and it will look lovely. Yeah, I mean, it'll look lovely whenever they put moisture in it, you know. It's a thing that needs to be done. So, let that be, you know. It is what it is. Yeah, the trolls are in the house. Of course they are. They've been in the house. Some of the unhealthy hair comes from a bad diet too. And that is a good comment, actually.
Also, now they're saying that really? Are you seriously throwing shade and claiming that the children don't get good diets when they're with their mom? Are you like, oh, like seriously? Anyways,
Debbie, unhealthy hair can come from bad diet. That is a good thing. That too. So depending on what you feed your children or whatever.
then maybe you should have that conversation with the man that you're trying to impress. Maybe have that conversation because he's the one that feeds them junk. He's the one that feeds them trash. He's the one that feeds them God knows what. Oh, now you want to be um xenophobic and talk about the African food that they eat? Is that what you want to do, Tasia? You want to be xenophobic?
Or you feed yourselves. You that's how you can get unhealthy hair, and your hair can break and everything. That's one thing that I'm learning as well with my hair care journey as well. Like, um, that's why I'm really excited about these oils that I just made, because I just put all types of like powders and herbs and all this stuff, fun stuff in there. I kind of want to show y'all, but yeah. That's correct, Pearl. I'm not their mother, so go talk to their mother about this. So, like I said, it's not my business. It's her business and his business, you know?
But here you are, though. Again, why are you even here then? Why are you even talking about the hair? If it's not your business, if it is her business and his business, why are you even talking about it then? Like you are such a hypocrite, Tasia. You're such a hypocrite.
I stay out of it.
No, you don't.
And
No, you don't stay out of it.
actually, Zane's hair is cut short. I don't know if y'all paid attention, but Zane actually had a cut too. And I was very sad about it, but I didn't make a big deal about it.
Are you serious? So you were very sad when your child had a haircut. You just said that you were sad, but you didn't make a big deal about it. So you know how bad it feels when your child's hair is cut without them consulting you. You see these people, you see the hypocrisy of these people. I thought she was gonna say, "Oh, Zane's got his hair cut," and I didn't think it was a big deal. I didn't make a fuss. But here she is talking about how she felt. Obviously, she was not impressed. But then she's talking about how she didn't make a big deal out of it. Anyway,
So, yeah, Zane's hair is shorter than what it is, guys. So, yep, shorter than what it was for sure. Which I'm really sad about, but I'm not complaining about it. I know it's just hair to grow back. So, but I understand both sides. Obviously, it does hurt. I mean, if you're a mom and your child's hair is cut without your acknowledgement, if that was the case, I don't know, then I can understand you being upset about it. But at
it's
the
just
same
a
time, if you're
it's just a two-face, like, oh my god, just all over the place. The only thing that I know is that Korra needs to go back to court. There, I said it. Go back to court. You have to do what you have to do. You have to go back to court because you can't keep dealing with this. If this really is something that really hurts you, and then you have to go to court. You have to go to court.
your child's hair is not healthy, then it needs to be done. Something has to be done about it, and you can't just you know let your child's hair fall off if
You're
that's the
just gonna
case.
die on that hill, eh? You're just gonna die on that hill of, oh, the hair is unhealthy. It's unhealthy. That's the hill you're gonna die on, huh? Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm.
Or whatever. So I see.
Exactly. Somebody said, not my business, but proceeds to give her opinions and unwanted suggestions. Like, it is. How does she not see this? How does she not know how stupid she sounds? How? How does she not see what a hypocrite she is? How? Not your business, but somehow you can't stop yapping about it. How many times have you said, not your business now? But here you are, can't stop talking about it.
Both sides of the situation. He's just trying. You can't fault him for trying, right? So yeah, I see the trolls are really in the house today right now. It's okay. I'm glad you guys are having a ball.
Now you're a victim in the circumstances that you created, Tay.
As I said, I'm not really in the whole situation, so I don't know what people are doing for views and what people are not doing for views. I'm not going to speak on that. I'm not going to say any of that. As I said, I'm going to keep it positive, but yeah. Taja's not taking sides. She's speaking the truth. If the shoe fits, wear it. She's not throwing shade to anyone. Correct. Not taking sides at all. Because as I said, I can see both sides of the situation. Not taking sides, for sure.
Somebody says she's very slow, very like low vibrational, like just crazy, crazy, crazy. Like energy sucking demon.
I mean, it's fine. I really don't care what people call me. They can call me the nanny. They can call me the babysitter. But like I said, I know where I stand and I know what's going on in my life. So
Okay.
you guys can only spectate, period, at this point. So, yeah, it's fine. I'll be the nanny.
Then why did you
If that's
make
what
such
you
a
want to
big
call.
deal? Why did you make such a big deal? If you were not bothered, why did you make such a big deal by actually prefacing by saying, first of all, I'm not the nanny. Who? You cannot even tell yourself the truth. Like, that's a whole different level if you can't even tell yourself the truth.
I mean, I actually like that show. Have y'all ever watched that show, The Nanny? the nanny named Fran. In the end, Fran actually wins the guy. So, and she made
Oh, that's what you're banking on, that you win the guy. In your mind, you think Peggy is a prize. This girl is like, she's way more Delulu than I actually thought, honestly. Oh, so Peggy's the prize that you must do everything you must to win, to conquer. Hey, God, I beg. Oh, hey, black women, do better, please. Do better. I'm tired of all this rubbish. Every day I'm on social media talking about one black girl who has made a complete fool of themselves, marrying the wrong Oyinbo man, all because of what? Please do better. Like, you really think you want to compare yourself to Nanny Fran? Hey, you want to compare your situation to Nanny Fran's situation? And also, the kid's parents died. You see how sick and twisted the kid's mom died. You see how sick and twisted this psychotic Tay Tay is? In the nanny, the mother of the kids died, passed away. That was why their dad became the single father and a widower who needed a nanny. Whatever you guys are planning against that girl, you people will use your heads to carry it, I'm telling you.
marries him. But I'm not saying,
Look
I mean,
at
it's
this
fine.
one. She's so desperate. Hey!
I really don't care what people call me. They can call me the nanny, they can call me the babysitter. But like I said, I know where I stand and I know what's going on in my life. So you guys can only spectate, period, at this point. So, yeah, it's fine. I'll be the nanny. If that's what you want to call me. I actually like that show. Have y'all ever watched that show, The Nanny? The nanny named Fran. In the end, Fran actually wins the guy. So, and she marries him. But I'm not saying,
And the show tanked afterwards. The show tanked after they got married, because one of the appeal, one of the things that drew the audience was the will they, won't they, will they, won't they. But on the fifth season of the show, I believe it was when they finally got married. After 5 years, they finally got married, and the show basically tanked. Show only lasted one season after that. I'm guessing there was no happy ending for them. And also, do you see how morbid this woman's train of thought is? Like that, like the nanny, the guy in the nanny, Mr. Sheffield. Mr. Sheffield was a widower. Like this whole, like, she's crazy. Huh. She is sick. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.
just saying. It's just a funny show. I like the show. My dear, please don't even waste your time to talk. I feel sorry for you, you innocent.
Somebody says she feels sorry for her.
I mean, I know I'm innocent, but there's no need to feel sorry for me. You just
They pity you. They pity you because you are pathetic, because you are pitiful. That's why they pity you.
is what it is. I love you guys.
Literally say, yes, Jay, the show got boring. It got boring. It only lasted one season after they got married, and it was like, bye, nobody cared anymore. And they actually thought, because, and the reason why they actually wrote the show for them to like take the plunge was because the audience got tired of the suspense, about the show. Will they, won't they, will they? It got a bit crazy after 5 seasons of wondering if the two of them were ever going to get married. And then the people thought, okay, maybe the audience now want to see a progression in the relationship. And then the show writers, then wrote into it that they got married, and that just like tanked the show. Like it just tanked the show, just messed it up. It only lasted one season after that, and it was done. Mm.
Anyways, guys, my walk is done, so I'm about to get off. It's so hot out here.
More like what you came here to say, you've said it. What you were asked to come and say, your duty, what you were asked to come and do and been done. That's what that's what that sounds like. You are such a disgrace. You are such an embarrassment. Mm-mm-mm-mm.
Thank you, Cotton. I'm very unbothered. Yeah, for sure. Pretty, pretty and unbothered.
The most pathetic people that I honestly, in my opinion, are the people that pretend to not be bothered about what they are clearly bothered about. Those people, they like, I usually just feel so sad for them because I'm like, we can see that you are clearly bothered by this. You're not convincing anybody.
It was hot. Yeah. Yeah, you guys love The Nanny, the show The Nanny. The Nanny Name Friend. Yeah, it's a great show. But, all right, guys. Oh, thank you, Cotton. Thank you for the stars.
Oh,
I appreciate you for that. Kimberly, I hope you have a beautiful day as well. Wait, I missed a comment. Let me just say this. Tajin, you did their hair and it made Korra an easy week. Period. The least you could do, could have done was take the braids out for Justin or do their hair so it lasts.
she's always reading comments that are very antagonistic towards Korra. She reads them and she agrees with them, and it's crazy to me. Thank you so much, Joyce. Thank you, darling. I appreciate you. Thank you. It's so crazy to me how she reads this comment, but then turn around and be like, I don't want no part of this. I don't want this. I don't want that. Like, you are so fake. You are so, so, so fake. You are so fake.
The week for their dad. You know, I mean, like I said, I mean, it's none of my business. So, not going to speak on that. But I did do their hair very nicely. And it was easy for her. And that was my goal, to make it easy for her so she didn't have to do their hair, you know. But, I mean, it is what it is. If she didn't take it down, it's fine. You know, that's her prerogative. And whatever she wants to do with their hair is what she's going to do. That's their mom. So, and she has a right to do that, you know. So, like I said, not taking sides, just, it is what it is. Yes, you're innocent, that's why I say don't get mixed up. Yep, that's how you get your hair strong and healthy. Yeah, you have to, I mean, trimming your hair definitely does help with your hair to get strong and healthy. For sure. I just got my ends trimmed, actually, guys. And, yeah. The curls are bouncing. They're flowing. For sure.
Exactly. Joy says that yes, that's what she does. Read the comments, throw shade, and pretend like she don't want any part of it. Exactly. Pretty much.
Thank you, Rebecca. I appreciate you. But, but yeah, y'all, have a blessed day. I'm about to go in here and eat, and I'm hot, and I need some water, and get water, boil some water, and I'm gonna go make me some breakfast. So, have a blessed day. I hope everybody does well, and yeah, don't let this drama get y'all in a rut, please.
But you're the one who, like, this clown literally asked for the drama. Like, she literally asked for the drama, But now she wants to say to people, don't let all this drama get you in a rut or whatever. You asked people what was going on, what they wanted to talk about, and when they didn't tell you, when they didn't comment it, you brought it up yourself. Mm, 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 mm.
You know, live. Hair is hair. It'll grow back, in all honesty. So just let it go. Have a blessed day. Bye.
Mm. Right. Lorelei said, eat some beans. She needs some beans. She needs some beans. Oh my God. You need some beans, Tay Tay. You need some beans. Ernestine said she's so freaking fake. I agree. I agree. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. You need some beans. Mama Jocelyn said, calling me a nanny when I am not, are fighting words, hashtag low self-esteem. I definitely agree. For sure, for sure, for sure. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Somebody says, I really applaud Summer for not getting on his bandwagon. She almost did. She almost did. And yeah. But then I don't know why she had a change of heart. But at one time she was like really dancing to that fire. But yeah. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Thanks for the stars. In conclusion, let me bring this back down and say this. My hope is that KO will go back to court. I know it's a lot of work, it's a lot of stress, it's a lot of undertaking, it's a lot of emotional toll that it can take on you. I get all of that. But actively ignoring his behavior while hoping that one day things will change is really not a good strategy to deal with somebody like this. That's just my opinion. Okay? That's just my opinion. It's not a good strategy to deal with somebody like this. Sometimes you have to, no matter how difficult, no matter how hard, and it is hard dealing with somebody like this, being put through the ringer by somebody like this. But it is part of the sacrifice that you have to make. Because it's just know that it's not going to be permanent. It's just something that you need to do temporarily until things are sorted out and you can get to a place where you don't have to worry about this anymore. But honestly, this is something that I believe has to be done. She must do this because this is like it's never gonna end. It's just something that we're gonna is gonna keep, like he has done so many things, so many things, so many things, and his minions will be there defending him. Like the one that happened with the when one of the kids was on the swing set and fell on the other one or something, and his minions were in the comments saying, oh, kids fall, this happened, that. They know them well that if that had happened on that Korra's watch, they would not have said those things. And that was another example of this man basically trying to like instigate her. He didn't need to put that video up on social media, but he did it to really work her nerve. That's another example of him actively doing things to get her to react, to get a reaction out of her, to get her to hurt her. So just ignoring and hoping that one day he will wake up, for me, is not a good strategy. It's not a good strategy. Oh. That's just my opinion. So do what you like with my opinion. Okay? Now Nasabi. Okay? It's not a good strategy. This does not help anyone. And the sad thing is that when you say things like this, people that claim to love her more than God, they will be here be saying, "You don't." I don't. I can't vibe with that low vibration nonsense. Because my advice is not coming from a place of hate. I'm just trying to advise her in a way that will help. I don't have a number. I don't have a contact. And even if I did, I wouldn't. I'm just using this as as a teaching, as a case study, teaching moment for everybody. It's not coming from a place of hate. It's never going to end. It's never going to stop until she actually takes this man to court and follow through. It's never going to stop. Every day he's just gonna keep pushing, pushing, no matter how hard you try to ignore. He's just gonna, now he has done this haircut thing, and now people are talking about him, giving him the attention and money or whatever. Until next time when the attention and the money starts to dry out and he's looking for something else that he's going to do and say to rile her up. He's never gonna stop. It's never gonna stop. She has to take this man to court. She has to take him to court and actually follow through, and not just talking about it and not just saying, I need to see a lawyer. I need you, like, if you're not gonna see a lawyer, then don't talk about it. I mean, do what you want. You're an adult. I'm not here to tell you, but to me, I feel like it just waters down the severity and it makes it hard for people to take you seriously. If you come on social media and you say, I'm going to get a lawyer, I'm going to do this, and then you come back next time and talk yourself out of it, change your mind. And then giving the impression that this is so hard for people, oh my gosh, maybe her hands are really tied. That's not true. That's not true. Anyway, I don't talk my own. Oh. Those of you that always find something wrong in what I said, over to you people now. Nasabi can kiss my behind. Anyways, guys, to anybody else who actually understood what I said, thank you guys so much for being here. I absolutely appreciate you guys so much. And like and share if you care. I will catch you guys in my next one. Bye, guys. Take the man to court.